Mm. Mm. When not y'all starting already, child. When is Love and Marriage DC coming back? Y'all won't even say hello to me first, child, but thought y'all asking me all these questions. Okay, let's see who's in here already. Let me do roll call first. Just Milo. Hey, Raindrops from Detroit. I love you. Wait a second now. Hold on, Cass. Not this Negro's always late. First of all, y'all act like I be 30 minutes late. Okay. If you ever worked on a reality TV production, y'all favorite cast members, they be 30 minutes and an hour late. But we don't talk about that. Okay. I was literally 5 minutes late. It's fine. Y'all got 5 minutes. Y'all got to put the kids to bed. Y'all got to warm up y'all Campbell soup. Y'all got to make sure y'all crackers ain't Ritz. Y'all got to make sure that the sound is good. So 5 minutes is a grace period. Okay. Okay. All right. Right. Hey, callers from ATL. Hey, ATL. I was in y'all neck of the woods this weekend. And I wasn't seeing the Falcons. Okay. So who we got? We got Lionel. Hey, Lionel, Debbie G, when I come to Dallas. I don't know yet, baby. We got Pinky Carr from Cleveland, Ohio. Okay. Dawn Hardy said, I'm the definition of the Cleveland Board of Health. Yes, honey. We like that. Latoya is it Pendergast? Y'all gonna stop. I literally logged on in 5 minutes. Hi, Nathan. How was my weekend? I'm gonna tell you about my weekend, child. Y'all so freaking nosy. The savvy badass from Miami, Aisha Green with an African. I have a story for you guys later. Anyways, Candy B from San Antonio. Beyonce, when am I coming to New York? Leah Chrissy, hey Carlos, stay outside, Kate. Baby, I'm outside. I'm like the Tylers. I am always outside. Because baby, Jamie and Arena, they stay outside. So I'm outside like the Tylers, baby. Tracy Bergman. Hi, Tracy. I love you. Tracy is a raindrop. She's nice to me. Tracy, I love you, baby. Okay. We got Tamala Blue from Houston. We got Sharidi from H-Town. Lois Daniels, you are great. I love to watch your shows every week from folks in Georgia. Thank you, baby. Sheila Jackson. Sheila, you've been here before too. Hey, baby. Nate, the Tylers stay at a party. The Tylers are, let me tell y'all something. The Tylers, I'm going to ask them when they come on. I don't know how they do it because I get tired by 9:00 p.m. I was supposed to go to an event. Hey, Tisha. I was supposed to go to an event Saturday. This is a true story. Hey, Jennifer. So on Saturday, I was supposed to go to an event. My homeboy said there's a holiday party with the gays, and it starts at 9. So when anything starts at 9, you get there at 10. No earlier than 9:30, child. Because guess what? It's called a grace period. Well, y'all be trying to read me, honey. Anywho, so at 9:00, I'm watching No Good Deeds on Netflix, which is really good. Yes, KLA Dustin's joining us tonight, baby. So I'm watching No Good Deeds on Netflix, which stars Lisa Kudrow. And it's 9:00, and I'm like, yo, what's your address? Because I got to meet the boy, whatever. He said, actually, meet me at the crib at 10:00. I'm like, an hour later? If I meet you at 10:00, I'm not going to leave your house at 10:30. That means I'm not getting to the party till 11. My call time on Sunday is 6 a.m., and I'm exhausted already. So I said I can't do it. So I didn't go. So I need to know what does Jamie and Erana use, honey? Is it caffeine? Do they take naps in between? I need to know these things. I'm exhausted by 9. Okay. T Divine said they were tired, so they sleep all day. Well, we're going to ask them, child, because I need to know these things. Okay. All right. Just Milo, as a self-proclaimed Detroit captain, when are you coming home and doing a live? Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Okay. So let's talk about what happened. Okay. I have updates for you guys. I was in Los Angeles last week. I attended Kathy Hilton's Christmas party. It was really nice. It was really nice. It was really nice. So at Kathy Hilton's Christmas party, it was a time. Lisa Ray McCoy was there. Okay. Lisa Ray is living her best life, honey. Living her best life. So she was there. We got a chance to hang out, which is, I always love hanging out with my girls. So Lisa Ray was there, and yes, you were white. Dr. Wendy was there. So this is tea for y'all. Dr. Wendy is a friend to the show. Dr. Wendy is also a Raindrop. I've had Dr. Wendy on my podcast, but it was via Zoom. I never met Dr. Wendy in person. Come here, Raindrops. And this is no cap. And I'm being honest. Dr. Wendy is a 10 out of a 10. I could not stop staring at Dr. Wendy. She, first of all, she's taller than me, and I'm a tall, statuesque 5'10". You know what I'm saying? She's taller than me. She is slender. She literally has no body fat. That chocolate skin glistens. She is literally like Cleopatra. She was so... Dr. Wendy is stunning. She wore red. And everything was form-fitting, right? And she had bone straight hair down to her back. Dr. Wendy is gorgeous. And I kept saying to her, and I'm going to be honest, because I'm not going to lie to the girls. I said, I'm disappointed in you. I had no idea you look like this, and you need to be popping your shit more on TV. I'm just saying. You need to be popping your shit more. You are a baddie. You got 4 degrees. You got a 4-inch waist. You have 4 packs of bundles in your head. Baby, there's 4 dead horses with no hair. I mean, Dr. Wendy looked stunning. Baby, she is a walking Godiva chocolate bar. So I had to let y'all know that. Dr. Wendy was there. Okay, so Dr. Wendy was on one side, and Karen Huger was on the other side. Karen Huger, I have a message for y'all. Y'all not gonna like it, but it is what it is. So I said, hey, Karen. Karen goes, hi, Carlo. You know I love you. Yes, I love you, Karen. So Karen Huger and I had a great exchange. I said, Karen, when are you coming on the podcast? She said, never. Karen Huger said to me, I love you. I am never going on your podcast. And I said, why not? She said, why? I said, now, Karen. Karen said, I see what you do to the girls. You ask all. I said, Karen, I ask questions. She said, I love you. She said, the problem is you and I are too much alike. And I'm like, was that a problem or a solution? Karen says she does not want to come on Reality with the King. I have never been denied. Raindrops, what is that about? Karen said no. Karen said, I am not going on Reality with the King, baby. To the point, it made me love her more because she was that honest. And I kept saying to her, are you dead ass serious? She said, yeah, I'm never going to your show. So Karen says she's not coming on Reality with the King. She did say she loves me, though. But I don't know why she doesn't want to come on, child. Karen said, no, ma'am. And she said never, like Brandy sang never, say never. Like she said never. It's never happening. The Grand Dame does not want those questions, baby. I mean, listen, I asked the questions for y'all, but she said no. I'm gonna still ask. Okay, so Karen was there. Karen looked gorgeous. She was with her daughter Raven. The Married to Medicine girls were there. Dr. Heavenly, Quad was there. I got a chance to meet Quad's boyfriend. I don't think is he African? Is Quad's man African? I got a chance to meet Quad's man King. His name is King. We are not related. It's his last name. He is very handsome and very nice. And one thing I will say, and girls, listen up, because I know I give y'all good advice. Quad's man King lets Quad have the spotlight. You know, like he ain't trying to be all in the music videos. He ain't trying to be all in the cameras. He's Jamaican. Thanks, Nate. He's Jamaican. I knew it was something, baby. He's fine. Quad is so happy. You know, Quad is Quad. So like everybody want a picture of Quad. King is, oh, let me tell you something. King was like, King does not want to be on Quad's level. He lets that woman be the star she is. And it was beautiful to see. I am so happy for Quad. King is everything. Everything. So I got a chance to meet King. Dr. Damon was with Heavenly. We love Daddy. He's nice. Okay. So then I got a chance to meet the Salt Lake City girls. I got a chance to meet Mary Cosby. Mary Cosby is a raindrop. She is a fan of the podcast. She's a fan of the work. So that was nice. Mary Cosby is stunning. She's gorgeous. She's so sweet. She's so nice. And we had a great conversation. It was everything. It was everything. Somebody, Cameron Cooper, what does King do for a living again? He owns a fleet of luxury vehicles that you can rent or purchase. Okay, Kamara Cooper. So he owns a fleet of cars that you can rent or purchase, luxury cars. And he is luxurious as well to look at. Okay, so I got a chance to be Mary Cosby, Angie K, Whitney Rose, and Lisa Barlow. So it was great. So that was Kathy Hilton's party. It was everything. I did not get a chance to meet Kathy Hilton. She was working, child, but it was a great party. Thank you, Kathy Hilton, for the invite to the event. Okay, so then on Thursday, my friend Justin Sylvester. So if you watch E! News or the Today Show, you know Justin Sylvester is an anchor on E! News, and he also guest co-host on the Today Show. So he was hosting this charitable event in Beverly Hills. So if you follow me, thank you, Latoya Bell, for subscribing. Make sure y'all subscribe and hit the notification button. So that red suit I wore that to Justin Sylvester's event. Okay. I got a chance to meet Erica Jane from the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills. And Erica Jane is a raindrop. Erica Jane told me to my face, I listened to your podcast and thank you for having my back. The girls be listening. You know, listen, let's have a real conversation. It's nice to be acknowledged, okay? It's nice when, you know, you have some girls who claim you know, it's nice to be acknowledged. It's nice to know that the girls do listen. You know, although the girls claim they don't listen to my podcast at all, child. We know that sometimes the girls send people to come on Monday Night Live to leave mess. You know, the girls are watching. Okay? The girls are watching. And not only are they watching, they're listening. From all demographics. From all locations. Thank you. So no, Erica Jane was very sweet. She was very nice. We took a photo. Dorinda Medley from the Real Housewives of New York City. She came up to me. She spoke to me. It was nice. It was a nice week in Los Angeles. And Nate, let's have a real conversation. The king be king again. Let's have a. Because somebody once said. Okay. The girls watching. Anywho, I had a great weekend, and that's it. I know you guys want to know something else. I'm not gonna talk about it. Dustin Ross got on me last week. He said, "How you go from I'm not gonna say much to saying much?" So I'm not gonna talk about. I'm not gonna talk about that part of my life anymore. I'm gonna keep my personal life. Why didn't you go to London for Nini's birthday? I wasn't invited. I love the girls. If Nini would have said let's party in London, I would have went. But happy birthday to Nini Leaks. Did you? Okay, I'm gonna save this third. I'm gonna move on. So Naomi Williams, I was at the party that James Kennedy from Vanderpump Rules was at. I was there. So y'all know later that night he got arrested. Now, all I'm gonna say, I didn't see him drink, so I want to make that very clear. I did not see him drink anything. I'm just gonna make that clear. But he definitely was activated. That's all. That's all I saw, child. I didn't see nothing else. That was it, child. Dustin's a party pooper. Dustin told me not to talk about it no more, so I'm not gonna say anything. Dustin told me to stop talking about it. And that's what I'm gonna do. So, anyways, let's just say I am enjoying myself. That's it. Okay. So, anyways, tonight we're gonna talk about Belle Collective and we're gonna talk about Love and Marriage Huntsville. So, two more things before the butterfly goddess said, "Babe, what is going on?" Carlos, fill me in. The butterfly goddess said, "The butterfly goddess, if you miss an episode, you miss a lot." I can't. It's fine. Okay. So, at the end of the day, congratulations to the cast of Belle Collective. We are coming back for another season. The season got renewed, and it is everything, and I'm so happy with that. It's this season of Belle Collective was definitely everything. It was everything. It was everything. It was so interesting, so good, so good. And thank you to all of the raindrops for watching it. And thank you to everybody for tuning in. Okay. Now let's be clear. When I say James was activated, I mean he was having a good time. Y'all take things the wrong way. He was activated. He was having a good time. That's what I meant by it. I did not see any substance or nothing. I'll make that very clear. Okay. I'm saying he was having fun. Y'all take things so wrong. Okay. All right. Also, so raindrops. I know you guys are asking about merch. Okay. So If you're from Detroit, or if you're not from Detroit and you're a big Lions fan, check out this amazing bracelet. Okay, it's a Lions bracelet. Y'all like it? Look at it. So the Lions are doing well, and they're going to go to the Super Bowl. So it's a great Christmas gift. So I'm going to leave the website on my Instagram page. You can buy this. And raindrops. There's a bracelet for you guys too. Ain't this cute? A little raindrop. So you guys can get merch. The Lions bracelet and the raindrops bracelet. The Rolex is sold separately. But you can get... Ain't this a cute raindrop bracelet? It was made by my sister, Kita. Ain't this cute? Lions. It's such a cute bracelet. Okay? So the website you guys can go to, let me tell y'all really quickly, but I will also leave it on my Instagram page, okay? But the website is letmeaccessorizeyou.com. Okay? Letmeaccessorizeyou.com. Okay? So they can also accessorize anything, but this is the raindrop bracelet. Okay? And this is the Lions one. Go Detroit Lions. All right. Okay. So thank you. Dana Scott, do not be a hater. Don't be a hater. Okay. So let me bring on my special guest. Y'all call him my work husband, but he is my friend. He and I have so much fun with that. It's really hilarious. No, baby, Brandy, baby, no, baby. This is so separately, honey, along with the Rolly. No, but you could get this and that. Okay? Not that. This. At letmeaccessorizeyou.com. Okay, girl? Okay. So let's bring in my friend who has given me some great advice in the past week. The one, the only, Dustin Ross. Dustin, you're muted.
Not no more. Now, see, you got the raindrops sticking on the fun police. What I said was, okay, don't say you're not going to talk about it and then talk about it. I didn't say don't talk about it. So I want to know, too. I'm just like everybody else, you know. I want to know what was going on. Did you see, you know, just say what you're going to say. I think there's a broad stroke you can make here, right, that will satisfy everyone. Like, yo, I saw my man this weekend and we had a great time. We still doing
well,
good.
We're
That's
not
sufficient.
Okay, we haven't labeled ourselves.
Oh, well, forgive me, because I'm in my manners and my boy, my homie, my mans, you know what I'm saying? Like my man Carlos, my man Dustin.
My man's in
Yeah,
yes.
you know.
Yes.
Yeah. So that's it. But what's up, Raindrops? Let's get to it. We got some shit to talk about this week.
Not them calling you Daddy Dustin. So Dustin,
I love that.
Did you go out on a date this weekend?
I did actually, yeah. I did. Yeah, we could tell my business. Cut the Moesha Diary music on right now, goddamn. Do.
Moesha.
Cut the Moesha Diary music on. Yeah, I love going on dates. You know that, Carlos. I love conversation. I use language and words for a living, so it's something that I truly enjoy playing.
What did you use anything else this weekend besides your words and language?
My tools. You always got to use your tools, right?
Was it a screwdriver, a hammer, or pliers?
It was the Craftsman, not the toolbox, but you know how you got the tool chest, the one that they use in some beauty salons as a station. You know what I'm talking about? That red Craftsman with all the drawers. That's what my shit is. The big ones. Okay, that's right. Yeah.
Well,
what's going on?
Has it.
Yeah. Lizzo said all the rumors are true, didn't she, Carlos? Ain't that what Lizzo said? I love Lizzo, always have. She's a talent. So yeah, but enough about me. We want to know what's going on with you. You had a good time.
I got one more question.
You had a good time.
Was it a first day, a second, a third?
Nah, this is like a 23rd, 24th, something like that.
Oh,
yeah.
And y'all not after 23 days, you ain't exclusive?
No.
Why not?
No, because everything's great. Yeah, why rock the boat, right? Everything's great. I'm happy. Everybody's happy. We are smiling, confidants, close personal friends. I saw an interview years ago where they were asking Rick James if him and Tina Marie were, and so Rick James when they asked him that, he said, well, we was close personal friends. And they said, well, yeah, Rick, was y'all, we want to know what y'all was doing. And he said, well, we was close personal friends. So I think it's cool to have a bunch of close personal friends, right?
Honey, I don't have close friends on Instagram. I don't want a bunch of personal friends.
Me either. That's a setup. Close friends. Why would you trust a group of people not to repost? That's a setup. That's another conversation. Yeah.
Are you afraid of commitment?
No, not at all. I think I honor commitment by not committing. Yeah. So no, I'm not afraid of it at all. I'm from Flint.
I thought I was the gay Marcel. I think you are, because that was gaslighting 101.
You think so?
Dustin.
Do you think, you know me though? Do you think I'm afraid of commitment?
Yes.
Okay,
listen,
well, get to know me a little bit better.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna say this. And I love you. And I apologize in advance if I'm going too far.
Okay.
You are a notorious bachelor.
Thank you. Yes.
That's a compliment? Okay.
I thought it was. I received it that way. You know what I'm saying? If that made me feel good about what I done. So yeah, thank you.
No, the thing is this. Everybody does. If I say too much, I'm sorry in advance.
It's all good. Go ahead.
Dustin is one of the most eligible bachelors in the community.
Thank you, my friend.
Everybody wants Dustin. Dustin, has the man ever told you? Has the man ever turned you down when you asked him for a date?
That has nothing to do with the focus.
Exactly.
Which is that it's not like that though.
Dustin is everybody.
I'm a people person.
Dustin is the Mr. Big of Harlem. And you can take that how you want to. Dustin is the Mr. Big of Harlem. He is a notorious bachelor. Dustin is very charming. Dustin will sweep you off your feet and do other things to you off your feet. And then after a while, you're like, well, Dustin, you my man. And then he said, pause, be friends.
Clarity, honesty, you know what I'm saying? Transparency, all the things, direct communication, all the things you want in a relationship with a person. So I think it's great. And I'm loving life right now. I think it's a great time to connect with people. It's the holidays, motherfuckers in good moods. You know what I'm saying? It's time to really honor those connections and really foster them with time well spent. So that's what I was on this weekend. And it sounded like you was on that too, Carlos.
I was actually working this weekend. You were working somebody else with your toolbox, honey. The way that Kenya Moore goes to Home Depot to find stuff. Apparently, you have the toolbox.
Wasn't it the mailbox? Did she say
she said Home Depot?
Okay, all right.
She said Home Depot. She said when she's at Aldi, they said, "Do you want some D?" And she said, "Oh my gosh, I didn't know you guys were selling that here."
Yeah, she better quit talking about that shit. You see what happened? She better stop talking about read them terms and conditions.
I am done with you. Okay. So welcome, Dustin. And also welcome one of the star couples on the show y'all keep asking me about that I love so much. Give it up for the power couple that is Jamie and Erana Tyler.
Woo, woo, woo.
Hey.
Hello.
What's up,
You
Dustin?
look good, Erana.
What's up, y'all?
Thank you.
Jamie, you look okay.
Okay, I was like, hey. What's up, fellas?
I hope I'm aging backwards.
You are, as I'm going forward. So the thing is this. Are you two separated? I mean, y'all are in the same room. Is there an announcement on the new season 11 Marriage DC that we're making tonight? Are we?
There's no separation. He just didn't want me down in the basement with him.
Can I
Why?
He wanted me to stay in my cloffice.
Can I say something?
Yeah.
Can I say something? I know you guys are used to us being side by side, but I had to remodel a basement recently, so I'm down in the basement. You can see my wall.
Look good. It looks
the whole
good.
basement is done, so this is where I be at, man. She can't keep her hands off me, so I just came down here.
I let him stay down there.
Well, speaking of which, one of the things that we saw this past season was, you guys went to go see a swallowologist, and she gave y'all some techniques. So, how are things?
Why did I know?
We ain't even 5 minutes in.
I'm gonna answer my door as you answer it. Go ahead.
Come up. I knew it, and I was like, "What should I say? What should we say? Let's tell the truth. Truth, right, Dustin?"
That's right. That's the only thing to say. Especially when Carlos put you on the floor like that, you just got to give it to him. You got to, yeah.
So let's have a real conversation. Erana.
Let's have a real conversation.
Look, chat. Y'all already know. Nothing.
Ooh.
Nothing.
Okay.
Oh, I didn't.
Look. Oh.
Hello.
Oh, it's me. You blaming me? Okay, I'll be up there. I'm about to come up there right now. So since you're playing,
yeah. Well, you can tell they married for real. They both was like at the same time.
Well, look, what
everything
we don't
else
need
is good though, Carlos.
Everything else but that. Okay, good.
Yeah. Whatever the swallowologist said to us, it went in one ear, out the other, in his ear, out the other. But everything else is good.
Okay.
We having fun, man. We're in a good place.
Okay, so since you two have been married for almost 30 years, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. So me and Dustin are single bachelors. Me by default, him by choice. So I would like to know, what advice do you give to single men when it comes to finding the love of your life and sticking with it? Because I want Dustin to get married.
But if Dustin isn't ready to get married, why rush him? Let him take his time. You got people in their 50s and 60s settling down. Let him enjoy life. Let him be great. Let him find that special one so that he can get married and be married. You don't want him to jump into something and then next thing you know, they're divorcing a year later, because we've had friends, who have gotten and jumped into a relationship in their 40s. You already set in your ways. You know what you like. We're not young.
That's right.
And then a year later, it's over.
We don't want to do that. That's right. So one Dustin, let's go, Jamie. Whose side you on?
Go ahead, Jamie.
Can I say what Raina said?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
You agree with that?
Okay, so what she said. So I mean, you said give advice on two men dating or
just a relationship.
Well, not these two men dating each other. I'm just saying dating in general. I was using us as an example. What advice do you give people who are dating, who's looking for their happily ever after, so they can be the Jamie and Erana of their city?
Oh man, I think this is a different world we live in, and with social media and all the temptation on these apps, and you could easily get on these dating apps now. I think this is gonna be tough, man. We've been together since we were kids, and none of this existed, so it was easy to really tap into your mate. And now it's just too much distraction out here, I think. And I think the newer generations of single people are just caught up in it. It's tough.
It's way too many distractions now. We didn't have social media. None of that stuff that you all have now. No dating apps. Any of that. So it's very difficult nowadays. And like I said, as you get older, you set in your ways. You like what you like. That person likes what they like. And sometimes trying to get together and figure things out, it gets difficult.
Yes.
Facts.
Okay. I want to bring
Don't
in
rush
my
him,
next.
Carlos. When
He's
that day
come,
I'm sure he'll tell you.
Oh, I know he will, because I will be invited to the wedding. Okay,
be in
and
that
appreciate
motherfucker.
it.
That's right.
I was gonna say and appreciate it. Okay, so our final guest of the evening, she is an OG from Belle Collective, the show that just got renewed for another season.
Yay!
Stay tuned for Love and Marriage DC updates. Anyway, bring in the OG, Marie Monroe.
Ooh, Marie.
Hi.
Marie.
What's up, Marie?
Hello.
How
Hey,
are
Marie.
you?
Dr.
Hi.
Marie. Get it
You
right.
look beautiful.
Thank you. So do
Congratulations
you.
on that doctorate, Dr. Marie Monroe. That's a
That's
huge
right.
accomplishment.
Thank
So proud of
you.
you. Yes.
Thank
Yes.
you.
Congratulations.
So, Marie, we're talking about dating and relationships. And one thing we know about you, you love a Republican. So I need to ask you,
Oh,
you have to watch Belle Collective. You have to.
I like what I like.
Carlos, did you take a gummy? You've been laughing and laughing.
No,
Since you walked out. Oh, I'm telling you.
no. This is
I mean, like
me.
cracking up laughing.
I don't
Like,
take, I don't
hysterical.
drink. No, I don't drink. I don't take gummies. I don't smoke weed. I don't do nothing. I'm high off of life. But I want to ask Marie this.
Uh-huh.
Marie, are you dating somebody?
Are you dating?
Get him, Marie. That's what I'm
All
talking
in my business.
Get him, Marie.
I am.
Where-
I am. I am.
I'm enjoying life. I'm having fun. I'm a single woman. Yeah, I
that's
am.
right.
See?
You are
That's right.
dating. I heard
Yeah.
through the grapevine that you are dating somebody exclusively.
Did that come from me?
Well, you know, Jackson is small, honey. So
Yeah.
is he African American?
No.
Yeah, Marie. Okay, listen. Okay, Marie. Before we move on, I gotta say this. Everybody has been begging me to ask you this. They would like for you to unblock them. Apparently, you went on an unblocking spree, Marie.
Listen, King, listen. If I block somebody, that means they have done absolutely too much. They have been, they have gotten so nasty and filthy with me. That's why they're blocked. But okay, 2025, I think I will give everybody a clean slate and unblock everybody because they need to see what's about to happen in 2025.
Uh-oh.
Yes.
They need to see what God is doing. So yeah, I'm gonna give
Amen.
everybody a clean slate. 2025.
Yay. Okay, we're happy with that. We're happy with that. The thing is this, you gotta listen, don't block anybody because you want them to see your blessings. And at the end of the day, one thing I always say about you, Marie, and this is to everybody on this panel,
Yeah.
when you are a public figure, they'll love you one day, hate you the next.
That's
And
true.
we all go through seasons. Everybody's
Yeah.
loving you this season, Marie. Congratulations on a new season pickup that happened on Belle Collective. You are an OG. We love you. As I move on from getting into your business until we start filming, actually, I would like to know this. Will we see your new friend on the upcoming season of Belle Collective?
Don't do it, Marie.
Well, I'm like,
Don't do it.
learn from you, King. One thing I learned from you, I gotta keep some part of my life private. I give everything. I don't have any privacy.
You're
Can
on
I
a
keep
reality
that?
show.
I know. Can I keep that little part though? I've given everything.
I think you should keep it private. You should keep it private and keep it just as private as you
Like
kept it
Mr.
when I
Monday
saw
night
him.
when his stuff
Keep it
is
as private
private.
as you kept him when I saw him on at that dinner table y'all was at the other night. You, Latrice, who else was at the table? Letitia, Glenn. I saw it. So keep them private, but just keep slipping up like that so that the people that's really watching can be happy and follow the journey. So yes.
Thank you.
Yep. Mm-hmm. The real raindrops already clocked it.
Like
Marie, I'm gonna call you January 2nd, 2025, baby, and we'll have a real conversation. Okay?
Okay. We'll see.
Okay, good. All right. So let's get into Belle Collective really quickly. So on this episode of Belle Collective, we saw an amazing scene that I felt really touched something so emotional, not just for everybody, but for, you know, the people who have been following this journey between Selena, Soguchi, and JJ. I want to start with you, Marie, because obviously you were there in New Orleans on a girls' trip. as you were making Latrice a burger. Are you and Latrice friends today?
I wouldn't say friend, but we are cordial and we are in a better space. We're taking baby steps. We are taking baby steps, and that's growth on both of our parts. So, yeah.
I love
That's
that.
good.
Yeah. So that's progress.
Was it the burger that did it?
Oh, it was most definitely the burger. Yeah.
So
But
talk to me.
We're good.
Go ahead. You
We're
good?
good.
Okay. I want to get into that scene between Selena and Soguchi because you were there. So what happened was we saw Selena and Soguchi really sit down by the pool and have a real conversation. We saw both women take accountability for things that transpire in their relationship. And it was nice to see Soguchi get up to actually hug, embrace Selena.
Mm-hmm.
So Marie, you were there. So before I get to Dustin and Tyler's, talk to me about that.
I think that it was very mature on both of their part to be able to put their differences aside, no matter who's right, who's wrong, and bring things together for the betterment of their family. Because at the end of the day, it's all about their family and their children. So for them to be able to hash out their differences and talk about it and embrace each other shows tremendous growth and a movement into a positive direction, into healing their family.
And what do you think about it, Dustin?
Yeah, I think that this scene we saw this week made it even more evident that JJ is the problem when it comes to building that bridge in that situation. The fans responded, I think, in a natural manner when we saw him being resistant to Soguchi's efforts to, I'm gonna say Sophia, just saying Soguchi when we talking about something so serious just feels funny.
So serious.
Seeing Sophia have that conversation with Selena, which was much needed and which was honestly one of the realest moments we've seen this season on the show. That was some real shit they talking about. Grown children who are mothers of their own children, and long history amongst them. So we want to see that rectified. We want to see them come back on the same page, be stronger as a family. And I thought it was noteworthy that when JJ was removed from the decision-making part of that progress being made, the damn progress was made. And so I think that was beautiful to see. I could tell that Sophia was a little nervous almost when it was, mentioned to JJ that she had gone ahead and had that conversation with Selena, and she rushed to get to the positive outcome. And that kind of just made me go, oh, okay. So she feels some sort of sense of responsibility to please him with her decisions when it comes to that situation. And I get it because it's sensitive, it's children and grandchildren involved, but those ladies removing that component equated to progress, and I was very happy to see that this week. Very.
Yeah, I was glad to see that they put their differences aside and that they were able to come together as women, as the moms, especially for the family, the grandkids. I'm just trying to figure out now, how do they move forward now that they took JJ out of the equation in order to have that peaceful conversation? How does that now work with the three of them moving forward?
Well, I think, in my opinion, I think that JJ will have to come into the equation at some point because he's going to have to be on board. Because if he's not on board, what Selena and Soguchi is their both of their goals, what they're trying to accomplish, cannot happen if JJ is not on board.
Exactly. Yeah.
So he has to be on board.
So the question is, why wouldn't he be on board? Right? Like, what would be the reason for him not to want shit to be right amongst the family? Like, that's the question now.
What do you think, Jamie? Because Jamie, you obviously are a father and a husband. What do you think is maybe part of JJ's apprehension?
Well, first of all, I wanted to chime in on the first part where these scenes you have this season, this cast are just so powerful. And it's a no-brainer why you guys got renewed. That conversation right there is what we want to see as fellow reality TV castmates. Like, we'd like to see the cast. You could bicker and all that and shade, and then move it on. Like, resolve it and move on. And that was heartwarming to see them two sit there and have that conversation. As far as JJ, I mean, probably the typical baby mother. You know, I'm just not dealing with my baby mother attitude. And I personally, when Raina and I met back in the day and we were to have a baby, that was big on me. I did not want to have to deal with a baby mother and be a baby father and then another dude around my wife. I just didn't want to do it. So, you know, I think he may be just, you know, whatever happened in their relationship, he's just not fooling with her no more.
Well, that would make sense. Because the thing is this: one thing that, you know, you have to give Gucci and Selena is what we all know: the fact that, you know, Black women will always be the person in the household to really make things right. Because in my opinion, I know the Bible says the man is the head of the household, and I respect it. And I'm not here to, you know, downplay that, right? What I will say, just based on what I've seen growing up in Detroit, Michigan, child, is the woman in the house, to me, is the one that always sets the tone for anybody, you know, having a reconciliation. So again, when I saw the fact that, and I think people really need to understand this, they both took accountability. You saw Selena break down and cry, saying how tired she is. You know what I'm saying? It was sort of like, it was an opportunity for Selena to release every single pain she may have experienced, just courtesy of her and Gucci never having a sit-down conversation. And look, y'all can say what y'all want about reality TV. It goes in one out the other, child. But what I always say is, one thing reality TV does, it does put you in situations to have conversations that you may try to avoid. And that's why, and I'm not taking credit for it before that be the next headline y'all talk about tomorrow.
But you're on point. Absolutely.
Yeah.
Even with situations with us when we were filming, a lot of conversations we would not have had. One with Jamie and his son, Lil Jamie. You know, I say his son, our son, Lil Jamie. You know, having those conversations. Even when we had the scene when we were at the dinner table, when we were all eating and Jason wanted to be a DJ, and, you know, that little conversation came up. Like, we normally don't even sit together as a family and have those conversations together. You know, it's like I'm in my room sometimes, Jamie's downstairs. But like you said, with these reality TV shows, we're kind of like, I'm not saying forced to do that, but it's a good thing that we do come together and have the conversations, like you said, that we would never normally would have. And then we could talk about it, work it out, and then move forward and hopefully have a resolution.
Yeah. No, that's what I loved about it. And to see, again, the fact that Selena's being vulnerable, she's crying, and you saw Gucci lift up and give her a hug. I think at the end of the day, look, although you guys will see what happens at the reunion, sometimes moments don't last forever. But what I will say, without giving away too much, is it is what it is. But my thing is this: if Marie Monroe and Latrice Rogers can be cordial and eat a burger together and hang out on triple dates off camera, anything is possible. Anything's possible when it comes to Selena and Gucci. So shout out to Selena and Gucci for that amazing scene. It honestly is my favorite scene of the season. I want to get into Huntsville as well. So Marie, are you caught up on Huntsville?
I am.
Okay, good. Okay, Dustin, I'm gonna give this to you. Take away the scene you want to start off with, because I know Dustin has a lot to say.
Well, I do, and this episode really, you know, it just took me there. And the moment that I saw Tricia, so first of all, this was Tricia and Ken's episode, and this was Melody, Tisha and Marceau's episode. Those two scenes, that conversation where Melody went and saw Letitia and Marceau and talked to them about that text message from Martell, that is how you maintain a relationship. honest dialogue and conversation they had at that table, the accountability that was taken, the clarity that was received, that could have stopped a lot of stuff we've seen that became problems for them up until now if they just took that approach. So shout out to Melody for taking the lead in kind of building that bridge and creating that conversation amongst the three of them. They got to the bottom of it, to the point where Marceau said, I am so glad you stopped by here today. They were happy to have that clarity and not being no more bullshit. For that scene and the scene when Marques came to, when he walked in that backyard for that party, hands-free, when his hands was open, he was able, no wonder he was shaking hands and introducing himself there. He didn't bring nothing. He didn't have nothing in his hands. Okay. And so for you to come in that backyard and assume this position of some sort of patriarchal ruling over the gathering was ridiculous. He called all the men over to the bar for a shot of liquor that he didn't bring. He went and asked for advice from people he didn't know. He was spiraling in that situation. Maybe it is hard. I'm not a father. I don't have children. And I'm sure that there's something biological that makes you feel a sting if someone else is doing your job. But that's just the thing. He's doing your job. You absolved yourself of that responsibility when you got the hell on down the street. He ought to be happy that his children are in what obviously looks to be a loving home for them. They're thriving academically, so much so that they're having celebrations that they're inviting him and his family to. When I saw he didn't have no paper towel, no cups, he didn't even bring ice. Anybody knows if you don't even want to do the thinking, bring ice. Nigga, we need ice. We need liquor. We need something. You come to this party assuming this position of the father or the overseer and got the nerve to be leading toast with liquor you didn't buy. So it just was a misalignment there. And that's why Tricia was so easily triggered. And she started doing that thing she does where she says she goes from one subject to the next with so that's why when I started doing that, she started hopping. You know what I'm saying? Hopping from one thing to the next because he was triggering her. I'm a man's man. I believe in taking care of your responsibilities. And it was very difficult for me to watch Marques go in that backyard with nothing in his hands but questions, you know what I'm saying, and cause all those problems at such a beautiful celebration. Shout out to Ken for being patient and just a little petty with his response. That's what I think.
But don't you think Ken is a great guy? I mean, I love the fact that he's taking taking the kids and, taking care of them and everything. But, and I don't know, this could have been filmed and it could have been cut out. He should at least acknowledge the dad being there.
Yes, I agree. I agree.
Because it was like he didn't say anything, and the father is like standing there. Like if I was Ken, I would at least say, "And come here, come on, this is his dad, their dad."
Yes. At the end of the day, I agree. He should have been
acknowledged that he was there. That's the only issue I had.
I agree. And normally, when you're dealing with people of fortitude, it's not even a second thought to make those to offer that grace and acknowledgement. You know what I'm saying, of their position. But when somebody abandoned their post, and then they have the nerve to come in your house with an attitude and already start addressing the crowd. Oh, I'm the father. Shout out to our wives and all those little daggers he was making. I don't blame Ken one bit for omitting him from that part of the celebration and just acknowledging the people that paid for them shoes they wore to school, the people who paid for them books they had to buy, them backpacks and coats and all the shit kids grow out of over the years. Ken and Tricia did that. So I kind of see where he was like, nah, bro. Not today, but it was disrespectful. I think we're on the same page with that. It was.
Yeah. It was.
Yeah. I agree with Dustin. When I say we was in here cracking up,
right?
Like, you might get the petty man of the year award for this one, but I get it. He wasn't giving him no shine. Like, nah, son.
Yep.
We ain't messing with you like that. Then he's like, I'm the father. He was like, man.
Yep.
And I agree. I
have a question. So should the kids witness that type of behavior? Because like I came from a family where my mom walked out, right, on us. And my mom would show up for birthday parties and things like that and hadn't done anything, or we may not have seen her. But my dad would always acknowledge my mom in the presence of his wife, even though she, wasn't there or hadn't been there. He always acknowledged her. And to me, the children shouldn't see that. They should be surrounded by love and support and not and not be exposed to that. That's just my opinion. Because I have
agree with you.
stepchildren.
Especially if they already used to his behavior. They know how he operates. They know how he is.
Yeah.
They know how he is.
Because
so it's
that triggers him.
Here's the dad. Everybody knows he's a little
right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
A little off, but he's
True.
here. Here he is.
Yeah.
I think it's always best to be peaceable. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just think that you can't start in the middle of the story. And in a situation like that, when you do something as disruptive to the peace and harmony of a household as leaving, that's where that story starts. And the things that happen after, although Ken was petty, none of that would be going on if Marques was taking care of his business. And it's just difficult to move beyond that sometimes when it comes to who's right and who's wrong in a situation, you know?
But can he take care of his business? He doesn't have income or anything, right?
No, he does.
I thought they said he didn't have a job.
No, these are good questions. I'm glad you're asking. No, Marques.
I thought he didn't
Right.
have any. I thought that Tricia was giving him money or something.
Okay.
He couldn't file his paperwork
no.
or something. He didn't have money for that.
Oh no, listen, everything you're saying about what Tricia said is accurate, right? But Marques does have a job. He does work. He does have income.
That's good.
Now, what you did say is true. What we did see Tricia say is that she does pay for a lot of things, and she did make those statements. So you're not getting things wrong there, Erana. But Marques does have a job. He does work. He lives in Atlanta where he works. And you're right. When they had the scene where they were talking about divorce papers, Marques did ask Tricia to pay half of it. So you are right in terms of, what it appears to be. Now, Jamie, do you let Erana pay for half of things when y'all go out on the town in y'all outfits and your Gucci brooch?
So let me explain when you've been together 30-something years.
Okay.
When you've been together that long, it's not even a conversation. It's like today, for example, we was at Chick-fil-A, right? I got my phone ready to do the phone payment. She got hers. I said, well, I can get it. She said, I got it. So that's what we are. Like,
I like that.
If she drove, she gonna get it. There's no competition. Like,
yeah, I'll do the Chick-fil-A dinners. He does the $200 and above.
That is true. That is true. So
I'll take the Chick-fil-A and McDonald's, boo. I got this.
So when we're in these restaurants, she got the alligator arm. She like this. Oh, you get under him. I'm like, oh yeah, I will. But then sometimes, when she do it, I'm like, oh, this how you feel? And she like, yeah, I got it. I'm like, okay. So yeah, we don't even think about it, to be honest with you. It's like, just pay it, one of us.
That's how it should be.
Well, the thing is this. A lot of people on social media felt that, Ken was wrong. A lot of people feel the way Marie feels, that at the end of the day, despite what issue you guys may have, at least acknowledge the presence of the dad. Listen, it's not every day. A lot of people are on Marques' side. So I want to make sure to offer that statement that there were tons of people on Marques' side saying they felt he should have done what he did, which is interrupt the conversation and let the group of strangers know that he is the father. But listen, the thing is this. Blended families are it's tough. Do you know what I'm saying? It is tough. And when it comes to the Ken, Tricia, Marques dynamic, it's even tougher because technically Tricia is still married to Marques. You see what I'm saying? And that seems to be, to me, what we're seeing is the fact that it's the root of it. But we also saw in this episode was, Tricia signing the divorce papers while Destiny was there. So Dustin, what did you think about that scene? Do you think Tricia is ready to completely remove Marques out of her life as her quote unquote husband as a technicality?
It's hard to tell because Tricia has presented herself to be one of those people who kind of makes decisions when prompted. So the more that you kind of talk to her about something or bring something to her attention, then you'll get action on it. If you don't, then things can just lie dormant for years, as they have in this case. And again, this is really sensitive because it's marriage, it's children, it's a lot of real life stuff involved in this pot of gumbo, so to speak. But Tricia has shown herself to be a person who, like, she was laughing when she told Ken that she had signed the divorce papers with that notary. she told Ken and started laughing. So it's just kind of hard to tell what is really a serious issue for Tricia. And I don't know if she's ready. I think she feels like the cameras are on, the audience is responding. She's obviously privy to the comments and opinions of people like me and everybody else. And I think that's kind of motivating her to make these choices instead of her actually being grounded in the rooting of the decision making, right? I hope she's ready. Ken seems to be a great guy. He loves her. He loves her children. He's provided a home and stability for her, and definitely jumped in the shoes of the leader, the head of that household. So hopefully she is ready and they can ride off into the sunset together as a couple. I hope she is ready. She needs to be ready. It's time to move on.
I feel like
Marie,
if the cameras wasn't going,
she wouldn't do it right now.
She wouldn't have signed those papers.
Mm-hmm.
I really feel like it doesn't feel like she was excited, like she really wanted to do it. If it was me, I would have did it a long time ago, to be honest. But in that scene, it just didn't feel like she was like, girl, I'm so glad I signed these papers. Oof. You know, it was like, she was like, yeah, I know. You know, even when Destiny was trying to talk to her and say, yeah, you're going to go through these grieving moments, you know, and she was like, but, you know, it was just like, she just didn't seem serious.
Or maybe she checked out long time ago, you know, maybe she checked out of the marriage mentally years ago. And like now it's like, whatever. Okay.
Yeah, she was relaxed to me, you know, for someone signing papers, like finally, this is it. It just didn't seem like she was really ready to do it. It was like she was like, okay, the cameras, you know, let's do this just because.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you think, Marie? Because Marie, I want to ask you this. You are the only person on this chat that experienced divorce. So when you finally signed your divorce papers from your ex, did you cry? Is it true what Destiny said? Do you go through series of emotions, or what was your attitude the moment it was officially over?
Well, when I initially signed my divorce papers, I didn't leave right then. We were still dating, and we had plans to remarry. So I told him that I would give him another chance, and we were working on our relationship. But like, I didn't leave the marriage. Well, I divorced him. I divorced him because I was fed up. I was tired of the infidelity. I was sick and tired of that. I could not stomach being married and someone being unfaithful in the marriage anymore. So I gave him his life back. So I X'd out the marriage, but I did continue to date him. But, I didn't walk away right then. It probably was like maybe after I divorced him, maybe 5 additional months later. And I finally just said, you know what? I can't do this anymore. And I checked out.
Well, that's the thing. The thing is this. The thing about Tricia, because I want to be able to say this about Trish. Trish shows her emotions very differently. You know, not everybody is able to, or Dustin, don't give me that look. Not everybody, I'm being serious. Tricia shows her emotions very differently. And I do think a lot of it is because of this is my opinion. I'm not diagnosing Tricia. Tricia obviously is a woman who lost both parents, in recent time, months or something of each other. And Tricia is someone that I believe has a delayed reaction to things, right? I think when it comes to Tricia, unlike a lot of other people who are like immediately showing the emotion, the Tricia that I've come to know, she has a delayed reaction to it. And also let's have a real conversation. Black people oftentimes wait years to get a divorce. Let's be real. A lot of them do.
That's true.
Let's be clear. We all have an auntie and uncle who are still married, but they separated. They both got other people.
That's true.
You know what I'm saying? So I do think because at the end of the day, they are from, listen, they got married, they were younger. And I think a lot of that is the reason why the rush didn't happen, Now look, I like to have a clean slate with everything that I do because I don't like to keep anything open-ended, but that's me, child. However, I am aware that in most situations, we all have an auntie and uncle or a mama and a daddy who's still married, and one lives in Atlanta and the other one lives in Las Vegas, child.
You know, Carlos, you make a great point when you bring in the tragic loss that Tricia experienced, and I never thought about that dynamic in correlation to her maintaining the state of her marriage with Marques. Maybe Tricia had experienced loss after loss after loss. Her parents, didn't her sister pass as well? Carlos, I believe she had another.
I believe
loss.
so. Yeah.
Yeah. When we interviewed, she talked about that, and you're right. We need to give her space for that because losing another person who, as you said, she's been with since she was a child. They were high school sweethearts. He's the father of her children by name. You know what I mean? And so maybe losing him would be. She's not ready to willfully lose another person after experiencing such a great loss. I give her grace for that, and that's actually a really good point, Los.
Yeah, see?
Yeah, I wanted to agree with Los. Well, actually, I was going to tell the Raina same thing Carlos said. I think that's her personality, and she really was checked out. She was like, I'm done. And I feel like she's been like that all season, for real.
Right.
Yeah. But one thing I will say, honey, Tricia shows a lot of emotion at the reunion. Tricia did not have a delayed reaction. Some may argue she reacted the way she needed to, and Tricia gave a lot of let's use the word emotion. I'll just leave it at that, child. Tricia did not hold back. Tricia did not speak through her teeth. Tricia,
so she was holding all that in all season and just let it out.
Tricia came in, honey. She looked great. Tricia came in and let some folks have it. And then she went on her merry way, child. So I'll leave it at that. But Tricia definitely, y'all won't be calling her lockjaw after the reunion, child. It was wide open, honey. We saw all 32s, child. and that's what it is. And I will say a special Val, mind your business, babe. You got to keep watching Love and Marriage Huntsville, babe.
You want to know that too.
Was Marques at the reunion? This is a Carlos King production. So
come on with it. Yes.
So he'll be there.
We'll see.
No stone unturned.
He'll be there.
First one on the set.
Listen, these are the parts on the set. I'm saying too much. I don't want to get in trouble. I'm saying way too much. Okay, so Marie, let's go back to Belle Collective really quickly.
Okay.
So Marie, from Belle Collective, why do you feel the need to cuss out Leticia? We all feel like Leticia is your friend. We all feel like she has the best interest when it comes to Marie Monroe. You let Leticia have it. Now, is it her responsibility to make sure that your logos and your banner from Hamilton Davis, shout out to Essie, is available via FedEx, UPS, or the United States Postal Service, Marie?
Listen, when I arrived at the brunch, prior to me taking my seat, I specifically had a conversation. Come on back, King. I specifically had a conversation with Leticia's assistant. And I asked her, do I need to go downstairs and put up my promotional items? She said, no, I will take care of that. We'll handle that. I said, well, you sure? She was like, yeah, we got it. I don't need to go down. No. So I said, okay. So actually, after the brunch, when I went downstairs and did see my items on display, I was like, at first I thought it was a joke, like it was a prank. I was like, are y'all playing? I really thought it was a joke. Literally, I did. I thought I was being pranked.
Is your issue?
I did. Because I had a conversation with Leticia. And she was like, no, we got it. So I really thought I was being pranked, like for real.
Who did you give the stuff to, Marie? Who had the stuff? When did you relinquish the items from your possession? That's what we need to know.
When I arrived, It was handed over to Letitia's team, like whoever was over the brunch. They received my items, because I personally tried to go in when I first arrived to put everything up on display. They was like, no, we got it handled, we got it under control, give it to me, give it to us. And so they got my items out of the vehicle and took it on the inside.
Man,
so like I said,
you witnessed that. You saw the stuff go from the trunk of the car into their hands and into
absolutely. They took it out of the back of the truck and took it into the venue. So I'm thinking, okay. But I didn't go into the display room. I went straight upstairs into the brunch, and I asked, do I need to go downstairs and, put my promotional items up, get set up? She was like, oh, no, we got it under control. No. I was like, oh, okay.
So you said everything was set up.
I was like, it was you. You don't want to tell me.
Your event was you.
Trying to set it up. So, but anyway, I learned after the brunch, like my items were nowhere to be found. I didn't receive my items until like a week later. It was shipped to me because I had another health event, and so I got it just in time for that event.
That's good.
So it's hilarious to me. It was hilarious.
We was laughing, trust me.
Yes, that was
fun scene. Yes.
Well, the thing with you, Marie. So, Marie, do you you definitely are having a season where, listen, you're always clocked in. You're always clocked in, and I've said this publicly. You give the best personal story when it comes to your life. The season finale of Belle Collective airs this Friday, and then we have a 2-part reunion coming up. One of the major scenes this season that all of us on this panel, really want to talk about is the fact of your cousins. Okay, because this is a topic that a lot of Black people do not talk about, and I want to talk about it. When you are one of the first, and this is for the Black community, I want to just stick to that community first. When you are the first person in your family to make money, to make a lot of money, right? Whether you are a thousandaire or a millionaire or a billionaire. And I want all of us to chime in on this. When you are the first person in your family to be so successful that you can afford to give people loans, take care of people, what isn't talked about a lot is if family members feel like they're owed that, right? Like, well, girl, you got it, so give it to me. And what we saw this season is the fact that your cousins felt that, you got it. We that means we should get it too. And not only that, they felt like you were ashamed of them and you would not take them around the bells. But talk to me about how does it feel to be the breadwinner in your family? And do you feel like one of the mistakes you made was you gave too much? Because did you feel guilty about it? Or did you feel like this is what I am supposed to do? I'm obligated to do this.
My success is everything that I prayed for. I wanted to be the change, the difference in my family, create opportunities and create businesses. Because not only, the show only highlight one of my businesses, but I have several multi-million-dollar businesses. And I was a zero-naire. I started from nothing. So I wanted to inspire and motivate them that they can be the change or a change, and they could do it too. But as I elevated, as I grew in my business, I didn't leave them behind. I helped them along the way. So as I made money, I made sure that they were okay. I created opportunities and I gave them jobs. So although they worked for their money, I still gave them, along the way. I think the issue is, people desire success, but they don't want to do the work, or they may not have that drive or that mentality to be successful. And that's okay, because not everybody is meant to be an entrepreneur. And that's not for everybody, and that's okay. but they, they want more of my personal time. And when you have a family and children, and so do they, and I have these different big companies, it's hard for me I don't have a lot of time to sit and just hang out because I have to work. I'm at work now. So, it feels like a blessing and a curse at the same time with success for me.
Mm-hmm. Jamie and Erana, you guys want to chime in on this topic? Is it because the thing on Love and Marriage DC, one thing you said, Jamie, as you were talking about some of the issues you were dealing with little Jamie at the time, you talked about, raising kids in this generation, right? That little Jamie's generation, they feel like, and I'm paraphrasing, of course, so stop me if I got it wrong, but that they feel like they're obligated to certain things. They don't, things should be handed out to them. That's just some of their mentality. That generation. Did you and Erana overcompensate with your children because you two came from humble beginnings and you felt that one of the things that y'all wanted to do was to over supplement them with things that they wanted, like gifts and money and access to stuff?
Yeah, absolutely. And it's funny you have this conversation. This is a hot topic right now, right? I got family right now, Carlos. I'm on TV. I mean, you see my life. You guys see us on social media here, doing this.
You always look fabulous, and you guys don't repeat outfits. So go ahead, child.
And I have family that has not said congratulations, and I've been on TV for 3 years now. And my son, and I'm gonna put it out there, you missing what's going on, doesn't talk to me right now for something I did not do.
Little Jamie?
Yeah, I haven't talked to him in how long, right? Maybe
a couple of months.
Maybe a month.
No, it's been a couple of months.
Yeah. So I say all that to say, it's not something I did. It's his own personal life getting in his way, and he can't. I guess he calls himself shutting down and like distancing himself from us because he know he's not where he should be in life. And I'm the one that's gonna say it, as we all know. I say it, like, you fucking up, shorty. And she gonna be more passive with him, and I'm like, I'm not doing, like, you fucking up, like, what are you doing? And then he just shut down, like, I'm not talking, he don't talk to me no more. And like you said, we did, like, I came from the 80s and out here working a part-time a job over here, working at 14 paper routes. I did all that to have a pair of Gucci shoes. I was buying Gucci shoes in high school but I worked for it like a slave. And then when I said, when I first had him, even with Brittany was like 3, she had all the latest tennis shoes, all the latest clothes. Then he came, he had all the latest stuff. Like, and we just said, we don't want them to have to come up like we did. I remember hearing about Nikes, just a pair of Nikes in the 80s. Nikes, you ain't buying no Nikes. Better go to, I might be telling my age, Bradley's was a store back then, like Kenny's. Like they was like going in them stores. We was like, man, I'm wearing this stuff. And it is that generation, like our family, like I feel like one of my family members is getting so much conversation about her brother. I don't know you said it. But anyway.
It's your sister.
Yeah, she don't
your
like
only sister.
She don't like it. And it's we just
your sister don't like you?
I ain't saying I don't. It's an issue.
He thinks that she doesn't, and she's very jealous of him and his success. But I think she's been that way for a very long time.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
Yeah, no, it's crazy, man. And because we've been together. She's been around me 30 years. She's seen all this stuff. She's like, "What is wrong?" And I said, "I don't know." We were just around each other recently, and I don't even think she spoke to none of us.
But I think that success it ruins relationships because the people who are in your life and the people who are close, the closest to you, as long as you're here with people, they're okay. Mm-hmm. But the moment you start elevating, they feel away. It's not that you change, they change. They can't handle your elevation. Yeah. So as you and I learned as you go on your journey and as you elevate, you're going to lose some people along the way. Even the people that's the closest to you, it's going to hurt and it don't feel good, you know? But unfortunately, that's what it is. People can't handle it.
Yeah. And you know what,
and it's sad.
This was a recent conversation I've been having. I literally just told my cousin, do not ever dim your light for these people out here.
And with me and my family, it's always like when they go and get cars and houses, they pull up on me and I congratulate them. Oh, I'm so happy for you. I'm proud of you. But if I get something, they feel away. So I don't ever share things that I have, not even a purse or a new vehicle or anything. I just keep it to myself to prevent people from feeling away about me. And it shouldn't be that way. So I want to be around people. I want to be around people who don't care what I have going on.
Right.
Don't care what I got. Because they have their own stuff and they got just as much going on as I do.
Yeah.
No, Marie, I literally just told my cousin this week. I said, because she did some amazing stuff in her career, and she didn't post it. She like, nah. I said, why? She said, because I don't want to be perceived as bragging. I said, cuz share your success. Like I'm not dimming down my life. I'm on the other half of 50, and until my time is up, I'm going to shine in their goddamn eyes as much.
And I'm learning to do that. I'm learning in this season of my life. I'm learning to do that because, like I said, I've been dimming my light, flying below the radar, not flexing, not doing anything to keep people from feeling away. But I'm not. If God is blessing me and He's good to me, I'm going to talk about it. I'm going to say so because why? It can give somebody else motivation and the courage to help.
Yes.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah. Go ahead, Dustin.
Well, no, I just think when you start talking about money, material things, the tangible manifestations of the hard work that you've done are just that. They're manifestations of the hard work. We've worked hard so you can attain those material things as a reward. And honestly, anybody that perceives you celebrating your accomplishments and your successes as you bragging, that's just a really easy way to filter out niggas, people who are not part of your tribe.
There you go. I mean?
That's what that is. And so it hurts. There's people in my life who I will do things for without my brother, my sister, people who have been there for me. There's no question. The answer is yes. It's just what it is. But there's other people who have not exhibited, drive, ambition. You know what I mean? There's some people just need a little help getting started and they got it from there. Those people always have a place for me. But when you have proven yourself to be less than ambitious, you just don't give a damn about making an effort. I'm not going to saddle myself down with the additional responsibility of pacifying your feelings about me doing well. I'm just not doing it. I'm grateful to come from a long line of responsible men who took care of their families, took care of their women. My sister went out and got hers. The women in my family are strong. I don't come from a family of laziness and people who lack ambition. We get up and get off our ass and go get it. And so that will make me support my family forever. You know what I mean? But I'll never forget when Fantasia had that reality show and her brother, I think his name was Tiny. He was in the clip saying, ever since you won the Idol, you didn't change. He was on the phone giving her a hard time. And I was so unfair to me. I've always hated that nasty, jealous spirit in people. I hate it. But I'm grateful for it because it gets them the hell out of your way.
Yeah. So the thing.
Add something real quick, Carlos, because
go.
My inspiration is Jason Tyler, and he probably on here listening. You guys haven't been around. Jason is in an IT program right now.
Go on, Jason.
And I'm trying to tell y'all, this boy get up there.
But let them know it's your son, Jason.
Yeah, my son, Jason, the youngest in charge, gets up every morning on his own, gets dressed, and has Metro Access meet him at my front door and goes to his class and comes right back.
Oh, wow.
And I'm talking about Raina gets up because just being a mom, she got to get up. It's good, Jason? He like, Mom, you're not Jason. Mom, I'm good. And he out the door. And then the other one, no ambition, don't want to do nothing. Like, got mail piled up in his door.
But we create that. It's like you said, we give them so much. We don't want them to go through what we may have gone through. You know what I'm saying? And we give them and overcompensate them. And really, we ruin them.
Yeah.
Like, I have 3 boys. 2 of them, my oldest, my baby boy. They have get up and go, work ethic, and everything. My middle son, I can't get him off the latch off the nipple. He's just, he is so spoiled, and he feel like, I said, well, son, you can come up here and, learn the industry, learn what I do. My last name Hamilton, ain't nobody gonna tell me what to do. I'm like, son,
Yeah.
you have to, how would you learn? You have to have a boss if you come and work for me. These are doctors and nurses and nurse practitioners and therapists. You have to work under somebody. Somebody have to tell you what to do. How will you learn? Well, they're not gonna tell me what to do. Not for my company. No, it's my company. But if you want to learn, you have to come and work under somebody.
Yeah.
Won't do it.
So this is what I want to add to it, right? And obviously, my disclaimer is I don't have kids, but I obviously am a big family guy, and I've seen a lot, right? There's a couple of things I want to touch on really fast. Number one, let's have a real conversation. A lot of it is guilt. Let's be real. When you are the one in your family to make the most money, and I'm only going to talk about my community because I'm Black, so I can only speak for what I know. For the Black community, in my opinion, for us, when you are the first person in your family to be successful, there is a hint of guilt, and we don't articulate that there's guilt. There's guilt of, well, I do have it, so therefore they should also have it too. And that also comes with parents, right? Parents don't have the guilt of the success. Parents sometimes, not all, but some, overcompensate because they say, I don't want my child to struggle. And what I would challenge parents is this. The fact that your child is living in a house with heat, the fact that your child has running water in the house with heat, the fact that your child doesn't have to go down the street to get clothes off of the corner to wear to school tomorrow. If your child has running water, heat, clothes on their back, shoes on their feet, they made it. They made it, and they're good. Buying them excessive things like, well, I'm gonna buy you the name brand version of this to where you have all of this, or when they don't have any responsibilities or chores, what you are doing to your child is a disservice because they're not going to be making it in the real world. Because in the real world, let's be clear, it is no coincidence that all 5 of us had a struggle beginning. And one thing I always tell people, and this is some real shit that I have said to my family members, if I would have come from money, you guys would not know who Carlos King is, because more than likely I would have been luxuriating with my parents' money. My ambition, real talk, is because I come from the east side of Detroit, one of 10 kids, and I had this desire at 12 years old. I looked around my neighborhood at 12 years old, and I said, oh, baby, this ain't it for me. This ain't gonna be all for me. So everything that I did to lead up to where I'm at today at 45 is because I was able to experience a struggle. We have running water and heat and all that stuff, right? I mean, sometimes we have to boil the cold water on the stove to get hot water. But hey, sometimes the bills don't get paid because you gotta pay this person and that person. So but I appreciate that. When I left Detroit, Michigan, and moved to New York City, I have $500 in my pocket, and my entire family said, because no shade, no one leaves Detroit. So they said, me and my sister left Detroit, we moved to New York City. I ate a Happy Meal every day. I used to pack a Happy Meal to lunch when I worked at the Gap on 34th Street. Then, because I said to myself, I'm not going to let anything stop me from achieving what I need to achieve. And I embraced the struggle. And now that God has blessed me with money, right? Ask my family. None of them are homeless and none of them are struggling. But my rule is this. And this is what I have done since I started making money. If you ask me for $2,000, I'm going to give it to you, but you have to pay me back.
Mhm.
I don't give money to nobody. I loan it to you. And sometimes my spirit will say to me, something happened recently. Somebody needed something, and I said to myself, no. My father called me. My sister called me because my father called her, and they all said, Carlos said no. And I told my sisters, my spirit is telling me no because this person needs to learn a lesson. And what I'm not going to do is get in front of God and not allow God to teach this person a lesson. I could bail them out of trouble. But my spirit is telling me not to do it. And lo and behold, I was right. So my advice to people is this. You can't feel guilty for making it. And you can't overcompensate people's personalities for you wanting them to make it.
Right.
One of the things for me is, and when I say struggle, I don't mean struggle by the means of not having the necessities. When I say struggle, what I mean by that is you have to let people learn lessons. Because when life beats you, you have to be able to be a human being and a grown person to handle it and not call your mama, your daddy, or your auntie because they have it.
Yep.
And Carlos, that's where I'm at right now with the oven. When I say that mail in that door, it's all that is DMV, is tickets, same ticket shit we dealt with on the and it's a pile of them. So when I say the hole you're in right now, don't call me to get out of it. You're gonna have to figure that shit out. I'm talking about I know it's a hole. I didn't know it's a deep hole.
And you know, think about it, like when we were coming up, like my dad used to say, and my grandmother, we're cooking. It was McDonald's. It was a privilege to go to McDonald's on special occasions and when you did good in school. Like today, these children want to go to Longhorn, Elis, and all of that for lunch. Like
Uber Eats every day.
Do you see what I'm saying? Uber Eats, DoorDash. Like
I just watching the show because this is very personal. Y'all are talking about your children tonight, right? And we've been privy to have a purview into your homes in that way. Jamie and Erana, we've seen. I will never forget the scene where you, Erana, and little Jamie were at that car lot looking at those vehicles and the emotional, the moment that y'all had. I never forget, Jamie, when you and little Jamie were in that hallway having a very powerful and potent, come to Jesus moment with each other. Marie, we've seen countless scenes where you have sat on your couch and poured your heart out to your mom, to your sons. We've seen it. But these are not children that are just out there being thrown to be forced to deal with the extremities of life. These are children that are now young adults, first of all, who are surrounded by nothing but love, very supportive parents, and I know that they will be okay. So just want to offer that encouragement to y'all.
Agreed.
Thank you.
The viewers want to see these children be successful. So
and the thing I want to say too before we end is the fact that Marie, Jamie, and Erana, you guys are great parents.
Yes, y'all.
You guys are great parents. Because my thing is this. It's beautiful to see the fact that you guys are accumulating generational wealth. And it's beautiful to see that you guys are raising kids who don't have to, again, struggle for the necessities the way we all had to, right? So I want to make sure that I acknowledge the fact that you guys are great parents. And there's no instruction manual that one receives when they become a parent. And you can only do the best you can with the knowledge that you have. And I always tell people all the time, if you want a different life, it starts with your mindset.
Yes.
Your mom, your rich auntie, your rich uncle, your mama, your daddy, whatever, they can bail you out every single day for the rest of your life. If your mindset does not change, no amount of money is ever going to be able to save you. And that's why sometimes successful people in your family, it's okay to say no.
Yeah.
And although they may not speak to you for a few weeks or a few months, you have to be okay understanding that there's a lesson that they need to be able to learn. And last but not least, not everybody is meant to be an entrepreneur. Some of y'all don't have it, and that's okay. Not everybody's meant to be the CEO. CEOs, we need employees. And I have a friend of mine, my last story. Long story short, we grew up in a business together. And when I started my company, I said, girl, I'm about to start a company, come with me. She said, I don't want to be a boss. I like having one. I don't want the responsibility. I don't want to worry about when I don't want to worry about nothing. My girl said to me, and she has money, so you could be a rich W-2. My girl said, let's be clear, because nobody talks about that. You could be a rich W-2. Okay. I am the CEO, and let's be clear, I'm able to do all of this because I have a great team and they're paid well. But my point is, we got to stop chasing this LLC community that everybody's to own a business. Some of y'all can't even own your own businesses in your life. So let alone own a real business, and that's okay. Some of y'all ain't got it, and that's fine. That doesn't mean you are rich because you are an entrepreneur. Okay,
that's right.
The same thing with being famous. The shit that me, Marie, Dustin, Erana, Jamie got to go through being famous, the stuff that I go through in these streets where y'all make up lies about me because y'all want to trend, I ain't mad at it because I know that my name allows people to get monetized on platform, and I ain't tripping how you make your money, baby. It's all good in my hood, but y'all got to stop chasing fame, and you got to stop chasing. Not everybody's meant to be famous. Not everybody's meant to be a CEO. It's okay to not be a public figure because it's trust me, it ain't easy how it looks, child. And number two, being a CEO ain't easy as well. I tell people all the time, the reason why I work so hard is because I know that, and Marie and Jamie and Erana know this. My company hires more people of color than any production company breathing. Let's have a real conversation. So I work hard, and I give more opportunities to Black reality stars than anyone else does. But that's another conversation for another day, child.
Talk your shit, bro.
My passion when it comes to work comes because I know that if I don't work hard, people won't be able to feed their families. I represent people who are first-time home buyers. I represent people who are taking care of their mama who's ill. I represent people who are the first-time millionaires because I gave them a chance to be on church. I gave some of y'all favorite reality stars the first opportunity to be a millionaire because I said yes to the casting tape. Okay, so don't ever underestimate the power. Don't ever underestimate the power of a yes that comes not only from me, but for everybody. This is a cycle. We all work with each other. We all are able to uplift each other, and we all are able to make sure each other's dreams come true.
That's right.
So despite any sort of negative things you may hear about me, Marie, Dustin, Erana, or Jamie, or any of my other cast members, let's have a real conversation. Some of y'all face would not be where they are if it wasn't for me. Okay, and at the end of the day, the shows that I'm able to produce and create, okay, are able to have us have this platform, and it's able to have, you know, when I was on set this past weekend, and I almost cried because there's nothing that makes me happier than to see a group of Black producers, Black camera operators, Black audio supervisors that are wearing Kingdom Reign apparel or whatever.
Oh, wow.
And giving people their first time promotions. These are things y'all don't want to talk about, and that's fine, but let's be clear, I will.
That's right.
You better preach.
Preach.
Okay, so on that note, I thank you guys for coming on. We had church today on a Monday.
Church.
This was needed though. This was a great conversation.
So instead of messy Monday, what would we call this?
A message Monday.
A message Monday.
Message Monday. We're gonna call it a message Monday. Okay, we'll call it a message Monday. But no, I want to say this publicly. Not only do I thank you, listen, Dr. Marie Monroe is an OG from Belle Collective. I love you so much, Marie.
I love you more.
Belle Collective was on the bubble. And I will always say my cast and crew worked extremely hard to deliver amazing seasons. Marie is always clocked in to give one of the best storylines that TV has ever seen. And I'm gonna say the same thing to Jamie and Erana Tyler. The amount of love that you guys give the show, and the amount of love you give your children, and to be honest and have these real conversations. You know, Jamie gets approached by Black fathers who are like, oh my gosh, I can't believe that you and Jamie cry. To see a Black man cry on television because he's disciplining his Black son is not something you see every day. But you see that on Love and Marriage DC. And I think Dustin for being open and honest about things too. So again, what I'm going to do more in 2025 is pop my shit, because I'm sick and tired of a
narrative. Me too.
Okay. And then, in the words of Drea Kelly, thank you all for watching my one-on-one interview. But in the words of Drea Kelly, I'm gonna stop being humble because you guys forced me to.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna end with that. Thank you, Marie. Thank you, Dustin.
Yes,
thank you, Raina. Thank you, Jamie. I love you guys.
Thanks for having us.
Seeing y'all. Great show, y'all.
Stay tuned for Love and Marriage DC updates, okay?
All right.
Bye.
Love y'all. Bye.
Love you more.
Bye. Okay, so raindrops. Here we go, child. Here we go. I didn't know I was going to take y'all to church tonight. Not Messy Monday being Message Monday. Okay? So look, at the end of the day, I want all of you guys to always understand one thing and one thing only. You are in control of your own destiny. Don't let anybody take you out of character, and don't let anybody dim your light. Every once in a while, you got to remind some folks, honey. And that's okay. But moreover, you all have the opportunity to be extremely successful, but it starts with your mindset, okay? God does not bless people who have bad intentions, who are manipulating things to convince, who try to go before God and manipulate situations, or try to go before God and do things with bad intentions. God's watching. God's watching you. You can't say that you're fearful of God and you're doing things thinking he ain't looking at you like this. And you thinking like, well, I got away with that. No, God is keeping score. And when people are trying to have you dim your light, and when you are afraid to be the best version of yourself, I'm going to end with this. There's a lot of people who are afraid of being successful or excellent because they don't want to hear the proverbial, oh my God, you change. There's nothing wrong with changing if it's for the betterment of yourself and the world. There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. I don't care how old you are. You could be 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, or 60. Just because you are a certain age does not mean life is over for you. I promise you it doesn't. It really doesn't. Everything I have today, I have wanted since I was 12 years old. I thought I was going to be a talk show host by the time I was 18. I thought I was going to be like a protege or somebody, child. I thought that. I was like, I'm going to be a talk show host at 18. I never thought in a million years that I would embark on being the king of reality television, because at 12 years old, there was no reality. But all I did was I said to myself, I'm not meant to be in Detroit forever. So let me figure this shit out. And then I just let God lead me. I let God lead me. Then I thought I was going to be Oprah, Barbara Walters, and Diane Sawyer, a journalist. Hey, Portia. But then God had other plans. And then when I did the Real Housewives of Atlanta, I said, wait, God, is this it? Because when I did that show, it was my first reality show. I didn't know I was going to be the king of reality television. That was on my vision board at 12. But God had other plans. And as we see right now, thank you, Funky Dineva, for calling me the king of interviews. And now this 12-year-old boy that I was, who just wanted to have a talk show, I'm now able to own Reality with the King and do these amazing one-on-one interviews. and to able to do Monday Night Live. So what I wanted at 12 did not manifest till I was in my 40s. And I was not going to give up because it wasn't in my reality at the time. I just kept going. I kept going because I knew at the end of the day that God was not going to disappoint me. And I remember, I'm gonna end with this. I remember telling God when I was like going through this struggle and stuff, I remember saying to God, this is so hard. You know what I want. You know what I want, because I prayed to you about it. If it's not going to happen, God, please take this passion away from me, because the pain is too hurtful for me to exist with it. So if this is not your plan for me, can you please take the passion away and I will do whatever you want? I said that to him because I kept asking myself, like, why isn't it happening? But God had better plans, and everything works out in God's timing. Okay? You are never too old, and it's never too late to have your dreams come true. All right? Okay. Thank y'all. So don't forget, you could get the Lions bracelet, and you could get any other sports bracelet you want. And this is the Raindrops bracelet. Okay, so y'all see it, the Lions and the Raindrops. I'm going to upload everything on my Instagram page too, but go on letmeaccessorizeyou.com. You guys are so funny. You guys said, where's the offering? I tied the last night, child, but tied to your local church or tied to, a local charity. I love you, Raindrops. We have one more Monday Night Live this year. So I'll see y'all next Monday for the season finale. Carlos King, yes, honey, a season finale. Yes. The season finale of Monday Night Live with some special guests. And who knows, we may recap some stuff that All right. Love you so much. Love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And I'll see y'all next Monday. And if you haven't watched the Drea Kelly interview, watch it. And I love you too, Tina Love. I love you, Raindrops. Love, love, love you. I'll see y'all next Monday. Bye.